actually doesn't sound like it's for kids.
Well,
it does kind of spoil it.
Yeah, it kind of does. Maybe that's why they don't show you the title till the end.
Should I explain it?
The city. No, shut up.
love singing and dancing.
Well, you should read the words on the screen. Don't explain it, but read the words.
After 35 years of entertaining children,
Hiya, folks.
the director of the oh Christ, going so
Way
fast.
too
Director
slow.
of Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island.
Here, well, I'll show you how to do it
finally ready
fast.
to
I'll show you how to
reveal
do
what
it fast.
What?
Go back. Watch this.
Stop.
Go back
Go
farther.
fucking back.
Farther. After 35 years of entertaining children,
Hiya, folks.
the director of Muppet Christmas Carol, Muppet Treasure Island, and Muppets Tonight. It's finally ready to reveal what goes down when kids aren't around.
For 50 cents, I'll suck your dick.
Well, it's a great price. It almost makes me wish I had a dick for you to suck.
Oh, I'll take that as a yes.
That's a Muppet did that.
Okay.
Pause it.
So, Muppet as puppet man or woman who is friendly in the old stories.
Yes.
And they can be a little cuckoo, but always safe.
Yes, except for the guy who blows stuff up. There's one who his thing is he blows things up.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
They don't show him in some of the later ones.
New. Because it's not safe. So and that's actually one of the casualties of
Yeah.
the modern era.
Yes, thank you. This culture that we're living in now.
Yeah, it's like ever since 9/11.
Yep. You don't see that guy
It's
anymore.
just not a joke for the friggin' Muppet guy to blow everybody up.
He also had kind of a dark beard.
Yes.
That character went away.
Character did not age so well. And then the one guy who throws a big fish. So with the collar with the like old time
Yes,
Shakespeare
the Shakespeare
collar.
fish.
Yes, Shakespeare fish. What's his name?
I don't know.
It's a pun. It's like, it's like
Oh, here he is, right here.
it's like Vin
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yes. New Zealand. Yes, thank you. So those are the kind of things they would do. Throw a fish, give a hug. Now, this guy looked like a Muppet, said, for 50 cents, I'll suck your dick.
To a girl.
To a freaking girl he can't
wants
even
to
tell.
suck a girl's dick.
And then he tried.
Yep.
She
goes,
punched him
"Rah,
out.
rah, rah, rah."
He goes, that sounds like a yes.
She goes,
Which also means that his listening comprehension is almost zero. Because she explicitly says, like,
she could not have been more clear.
I wish that, I even had a dick for you to suck. I don't, so we're not doing that. And he goes, that sounds like a yes, which is like so fucking demented.
And that, I wonder if they cut stuff for time.
They
that we
had
did-
to have, because she must have been waffling back and forth, and then, because it did not sound like a yes.
No.
And this is the first moment they're choosing to show in the trailer.
Uh-huh.
So, like,
Imagine
you go,
how
like,
much more demented it could get from
Yes.
here.
because it could get actually truly fucked up. And people accuse me and the boogeyman of giving nightmares, but this is actually taking something that's nice and making it scary.
She like pulls back. She's like, bah. And the guy,
Kagoosh.
try to suck my dick.
Smosh.
Let me hear that sound again.
Yeah.
Take that as a yes.
Keep.
You two are the most decorated officers in this department. What do you see?
Looks like a rubber gone wrong to me.
This wasn't a robbery.
Okay, so Kevin, this is a little bit of an exciting moment for
This is
Kevin.
big.
So we have on the screen the two detectives, and one is
A blue
Missy McCarthy,
puppet.
and one is a blue puppet. Looks kind of just like a normal guy, and one is Kevin
Stanley,
Kevin's friend Stanley from The Office. But this time he is doing his job in kind of like disinterested way. I guess maybe it is Stanley. He's
Yeah.
doing a very similar thing to Stanley, except his hair is a little longer now.
What the
Wait, Kevin, you're not gonna say say hi to Stanley?
Hi, Stanley. I'm glad to see you back, buddy.
Someone out there is killing puppets.
Hey, handsome.
You looking for some rotten cotton?
I'm a woman.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's even
Got
better.
a good time for you.
So this keeps happening to her.
Yeah, everybody is offering sex for a man.
We're less than a minute into the trailer, and twice this very specific thing has happened,
And it's
to the detective.
yes, everyone is a prostitute of some kind, and they're selling sex for men to a woman. Mm-hmm. Also, I don't think necessarily, like when the other guy goes, "I'll suck your dick," that very clearly she's right to go, "Hey, I can't do that." But when someone says, if a woman said to a woman, "Hey, handsome, are you looking for some rotten cotton?" Which is what they say, doesn't necessarily mean, they're not necessarily saying you're a man.
No.
Like she says, "I'm a woman," as if you couldn't be a handsome woman who was looking for some rotten cotton.
Yes.
As if that's not okay. And I think that's a little bit.
They pause like they were thinking that she was a man, and then they say that's okay. Like it's a new idea.
But the pause, I think maybe, is they're going, that's a little intolerant.
Right. But you know what's going to happen next. So, you try to have sex with me? Oh! You pick him up, throw him into the freaking floor.
What do you... Yeah, because they all appear also to be, obviously, street-dwelling prostitutes with, like, drug issues.
Yes.
And so what I like is that when they move towards her, she beats the fuck out of them.
Yes. Because they're very small. She could just kind of, like, reach a hand out.
She could go,
They're so
hey, that doesn't sound like a yes to you. I said no.
We're gonna catch the bastards who did these murders.
Because bodies are going to start piling up.
Kevin, will you please read
please read
the words?
Said no.
For the love of God.
Sorry,
read them
guys.
as they're coming up. Go back. Read them really fast.
Okay, so this
We're
summer,
gonna catch the bastards who did these murders.
no sesame,
Because bodies are going to start piling up.
all street,
Damn cops.
That was cool.
stomping on their friggin' nuts.
Fucking FBI.
Oh, yeah? What's that stand for? Fucking big idiot?
That's fine.
So pause it. Now you would think, so I've written this, let's say I'm the guy who wrote the movie. I'm not, I probably did punch up on it. I do so many of these things. So I've got a joke written where somebody's going to say, "I'm in the FBI," and then the next person's going to go, "What's that stand for? Fucking big idiot." Should I, at least for the teaser, not have the guy before say, "Fucking FBI"? Like, does that step on it being fucking big idiot afterwards? Should he go, "I'm in the FBI"? What's that stand for? Fucking big idiot? Or does this sound better to you? "I'm in the fucking FBI." What's that stand for? Fucking big idiot?
I do have an answer. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I have an answer to this. It's a freaking Redband trailer.
And therefore, we're going to want to dig around and find the swears.
We must be finding a couple extra swears.
And it ain't going to hurt to show Joel McHale in there.
I did do a punch up for a thing about fucked up Muppets probably 7 years ago.
Oh.
This has been a passion project for a lot of people for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't exactly this thing. I think it was going to be a show. And Laura Keitlinger was there.
Do you remember there was a Channel 101 show? Did you ever watch any of those?
Yes, but I don't know about the fucked up Muppets.
There was one called Puppet Rapist that was almost exactly the storyline, basically, that they were like finding like dead puppets in a trash can and stuff, and it was like somebody's targeting puppets, but he also was committing sex crimes.
Wow.
So it was like a even darker version of this, and it was
darker than this.
And it was 13 years ago. So yeah, I would say yes. This has been a passion project for a lot of people, and to see it on the big screen.
What about Paul F. Tompkins? Doesn't he have a puppet show too? Is it similar to this?
Paul he had the hot dog man.
Yeah, and that one was also very dark.
It was adult as hell. And let's not forget Greg the Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Please let's not forget Greg the Bunny.
Yes.
Okay?
What was some of the stuff he would say?
Greg the Bunny?
Yeah.
"Hey, baby. Nice knockers."
Yeah.
I'm a monkey, the monkey would say. He'd go, I'm going to bite you. And then essentially, Sarah Silverman in the Missy McCarthy role would go like,
hey.
Hey.
Freaking smash him. There, she's doing it again.
I'll
Smash
go back
'em.
so we can hear her smashes.
Yes.
Justice isn't always.
Wait, stop. Damn it. I was going to try and guess what it was. But now I know the answer.
Warm and fuzzy.
Warm and
Okay.
fuzzy.
If shit gets crazy, I'm gonna go crazy as shit.
God, are you all right?
I ruptured my hymen.
Stop it.
McCarthy.
So that actually informs some of the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
It's her, first of all, it does confirm that she doesn't have a dick, like she said before. Mm-hmm. But also, it seems like
Yum.
she might not be very sexually experienced because
Well-
she effectively lost her virginity kicking
By
that
kicking
door.
the door. It also seems like she may not, although she is aware that she doesn't have a dick, she might not have the most detailed understanding of anatomy because what she did was picked her leg up and kicked her foot into a door. Mm-hmm. And then she said she ruptured her H word.
Yeah.
Which I don't really say that word.
It doesn't seem like there are any Muppets in the room, so I just am defaulting into Punch Up here. When she ruptures her hymen.
Yeah.
If there's a Muppet in the room, one of them could say like, "Oh, that'll be easier to fit the hand up there,"
Okay, yes.
or something like, "Yep, in there. That's what happens the first time they put the hand in."
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember mine when they put the hand in.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
my first time.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
That's good.
Well, I mean, we certainly have the freedom to do it, and the Muppet could be anywhere in the room. That's the thing. These guys are so small; they just pop out from under the couch and go like,
Yes.
"Oh yeah, I can relate, sister."
Yeah, their head comes out of the trash can. Oh yeah. Let me know if you need someone to talk to.
Or ecstasy.
I'm not doing this.
Do it.
Oh, sorry about your dead human friend, Phillips.
That is good shit.
Well, fuck me.
Baby.
So I was gonna say we're almost a minute and a half into this thing. When is somebody going to do drugs that they're not used to and like go crazy? She doesn't go that crazy in this. She's just like,
She
wow.
looks dead, basically.
Yeah, she dies for a second and then she comes back and is like, wow, cool. There are also the ecstasy that she does is like looks like glitter, and she snorts it with a Tweezler,
Yeah.
which to me is more like cartoon Mickey Mouse Disney kind of thing.
Candy.
The Muppets and candy. I am not used to that combination necessarily.
Well, and it's
but I'm curious.
From a comedic standpoint, I can confirm, and I'm sure you can too with all your Second City training, that the third improv scene everyone does is that candy is drugs. And so the doctor is prescribing you candy, or it's like, come on, man, let me
and
just
you're
get
like
a
rubbing your
pixie
arm.
stick.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
come up and your right hand is on your left bicep and you're rubbing it up and down.
And then the heightening is that you're like injecting a dum-dum or something, like so that is well-worn comedic territory. Has it been brought to the big screen with a full budget and a lot of money, because the Tweezlers are not cheap?
Yes.
And I can speak from experience there at the movie theater. They're like freaking $100, and that they don't just use one for one take and that's it. I think they probably got a couple cracks at this one.
And you see the subtle advertising that they do when she put a Tweezler in her nose in this. I guarantee you, when you go see this movie and the lights go up at the end, everyone in the crowd has a Tweezler hanging out of their nose.
Please. And I'll say
They go
this.
outside. They tell their date like, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom for a second." No, again, Tweezler, stick it up there.
And even in teaser, you can learn an interesting screenwriting tactic. So, what do drugs do? They change the way a person behaves sometimes.
Yeah.
So, we've seen this sort of 3-act structure take place where a Muppet, want to suck your dick. No, kaboosh. Number 2, hey, handsome, want some rotten cotton. No, fuck you. Get the fuck away. Don't ask me to have sex. Number 3, fuck me, he says. She goes, maybe.
She's
on drugs now.
That's what you call an arc.
She's on drugs now. We have seen her journey from boom, punch, don't suck my dick, to, hey, I'm just correcting you, I'm just a lady, to all the way to, maybe I'm actually going to friggin' have sex with this Muppet. And so now I know this character has taken a journey.
Yes. She also did a very similar scene where she did crazy drugs in that last movie, the Graduation movie.
Life of the Party.
I saw
Life of the
that.
Party.
Life of the Party.
Okay.
You saw that?
All
right, Chef Kevin.
Time for Kevin. It's
Kevin.
time for Kevin to go off.
Yep.
I went there opening weekend at the Chinese theater, and there were 6 people in the audience.
Did you think it was Mr. Rogers?
No, but I did see that this week. I saw it. It was a
Please
very.
don't be a baby on my show.
It was a very nice date that I had, and then afterward, a man farted so loud, and it really sobered everyone up.
Okay, well, how was Life of the Party?
It was horrible. No one laughed. It was an hour and 40 minutes.
Over his head.
What drug?
Over his head.
Yeah,
Didn't get it.
that's totally.
Didn't get it.
Like so many of those footballs.
What drug did she do in that one scene? If you supposedly understood the whole thing,
Coke,
and she goes crazy.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, he didn't even understand why she was going crazy.
know. He didn't know.
I didn't get it.
Play it.
Is Phil in?
Oh, this is.
He's servicing a client.
Is that what I think it is?
Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
We should set the scene a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we go we might have to go back a tiny bit. So Stanley comes in. Kevin, I noticed you
Yes.
once again did not say hi to Stanley when
Hi,
he came
Stanley. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah.
back. And they say to Maya Rudolph, who's married to Paul Thomas Anderson, where's that guy? Where's the Muppet detective? And she said he's servicing a client. And then you see him friggin' blast.
But first, Joel McHale
yeah.
asks, is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
When he hears servicing a client, he goes, is that what I think it is? Because if you heard that, you'd go, oh, God, do you mean that he's fucking pounding on the desk, just having like a crazy set?
Just blasting away.
Is that what I think it is? And it is what he thinks it is. He thinks that they're doing sex. Mm-hmm. And they do.
And they do. And of course, after it's time to have sex, it is time to
Bust.
nut.
It is, a time for every season.
Yes. And everything.
And everything.
Turn.
A time for joy, a time for pain, a time for love, a time to bust. So obviously this guy knows, hey, I guess I better bust now. And he friggin' does it so big, it's like a crazy friggin' silly string shaving foam.
Muppets bust silly string, yes.
Yes, and that's what we're finding out. And do you think they bust, Chef Kevin, do you think they bust a little bit of silly string?
No.
Yeah,
You saw it already.
you already saw it. You
saw
would have
it.
probably thought they did.
Yes.
It gets everywhere.
Everywhere. And he does it right on the door, and they all see.
They're lucky the door's closed, because it would have gotten in friggin' Jeff Winger from Community's hair, and he would have gone, is that what I think
he
it
had to
is?
go back to the study group.
Is that what I think it is?
And he'd be like, do you guys still even want to be friends with me? I have all this nut in my hair.
Muppet spooge all in my hair.
And they're like, guys, we're the study group. Of course, we're always going to be friends. Play.
Servicing a client.
Is that what I think it is?
Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
And now he's nutting.
And you'll probably think it's all over after this. It's so much. But
Stanley, hey, buddy.
And just like in the human world, after about 3 minutes of busting,
It's time for the second nut.
yeah, you got a freaking second wind, and you got to freaking bust even harder all over everywhere. And Maya Rudolph, who's married Paul Thomas Anderson, just sort of calmly takes out a bottle of cleaning fluid, places it on the desk, and looks at them like, I know what I'm doing for the next
She just
hour.
has it ready on the desk.
This is one of the things that I do. Mm-hmm. Just freaking clean the windows outside while he gets the office fixed up.
Yeah.
So it's really looks crazy good. They finally freaking found a way to change what we think about when we think about Muppets and make it into something that is for grown-ups like me who have kind of a twisted sense of humor. Would the study group like it? Of course. They're the study group. They're always going to stick together.
Well, yeah, let's. And I'm sure they're so excited for Jeff to be in this movie, but maybe Abed is a little jealous.
Well, because he's sort of a cinephile.
Yes.
He's like obsessed with movies and almost experiences his life as if it is a movie.
And so to see Jeff Winger in a movie, and then it would make it more difficult to process his regular life. You always think of Jeff Winger as the detective who's in the fucking FBI.
Yeah. Well, and I got to also say that Britta is a bit of an SJW. Mm-hmm. And some of the content in here and some of the more messed up stuff that is just reality. Mm-hmm. Maybe doesn't agree totally with her morals and what she thinks should be represented on screen. And so she might say, like, Jeff, I can't believe you did that. Mm-hmm. And then he would explain why. And she would be like, I'm sorry, I came down on you so hard.
And he's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, my ego got out of control.
Yeah. She'll go like, well, thank you for admitting that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the circle
And
is
the
unbroken.
circle would be complete. And then Troy would be
It's
like,
like, get me the fuck out of here.
you like, dude, seriously? Get me out of here. Can I just not show up? I got it. That's got to be okay, right? If I just don't
Yes.
show up,
What are they gonna do?
I can't really do it.
Put me in jail? What time is it in the show?
30 minutes.
Boy!
Handbook. The pro